This is the Infinix Note 12 Pro, and these are the things that you need to know before you buy. Hi everyone, this is JD, your gadget review friend. Welcome back to Gadget Rev Now. Infinix is slowly making a name because of their budget-friendly smartphone offering, and today we will talk about the 108 megapixel smartphone with 5G ready processor, the Infinix Note 12 Pro. So catchy and good looking on papers, right? With all the reviews you see online, I'm coming from a viewpoint of someone who's using a high-end phone like the iPhone 14 Pro and Pixel 7 Pro. How does it feel like using a mid-range budget offering from Infinix? So today we'll talk about this phone, the pros and cons. Let's go to work. One thing is for sure, for $270 to $300, the performance of this phone is unmatched. This phone is driven by a 5G ready MediaTek Dimensity 810 with a 2.4 GHz octa-core chipset. This 6nm processor is buckled with 8 GB of RAM with 3 GB virtual RAM for improved multitasking, and it has an ARM Mali G57 MC2 GPU and built-in cooling system. The Dimensity 810 is a pretty good processor. On my everyday task, it feels like any other phone. It is when you use it for heavy use, you will feel the difference. As for the software, the phone is running on Android 12 operating system with XOS 10.6 skin on top. It has a lot of bloatware that seriously makes the phone cheap and removes my excitement when I unboxed and tested it. I thought to myself this will be the same Chinese phone that I cannot recommend coming from the past experience, but I still give myself a little bit of hope. The phone is pretty smooth playing games, though I feel some hiccups here and there when playing Mobile Legends. It isn't smooth as compared to a flagship phone like iPhone 14 Pro, Pixel 7 Pro, or even the Samsung Galaxy S22. The graphics settings on mobile games maxes out at medium to high settings, and as a daily driver, this handset can handle most apps without much issue. One great thing I would say about Infinix Note 12 Pro is the design looks good and almost corporate like a true pro phone. Our review unit is white and it looks clean and minimalist with that unibody, making you take the phone seriously. This phone handles itself really well. It's a large phone which requires two-handed operation in most scenarios. I usually hold it with two hands, making it feel like a phablet. The phone has a boxy shape with that flat side and flat display. Some would prefer this design to a more curvy and slender option. Think of a Samsung Note phone, that boxy feeling. The build quality of this phone is pretty good despite the plastic pack. I found that the weight of this phone is just too light for my taste. The iPhone 14 Pro has a little bit of weight to it that also backfires because you may feel tired of holding it for a long period of time, but this phone sometimes feels like a toy for me. It has 6.7-inch Full HD Plus touchscreen panel with water drop notch. This phone uses an AMOLED display with DCI-P3 color gamut that levels up the picture quality with better color contrast. It has a pixel resolution of 1080p with 393 ppi over a regular 60 Hz. It's good that Infinix is using an AMOLED display on a more affordable phones, even there's a few setbacks like the dated notch. On my research, this phone is being limited to Widevine L1 and L3 for HD streaming on Netflix and Amazon Prime, and the panel is not as bright as the other AMOLED display, but good enough for sunny days. Again, for the price, I don't expect too much on this phone, but you get what you paid for and more. This phone also comes with 128 GB of internal memory that can be used for storing needy apps, games, photos, and videos. The phone also has an SD card slot which makes it easy to keep your personal files, photos, videos, and documents, as you can remove the memory card anytime. You don't have to pay for those costly cloud storage. A huge 5000 LiPo battery gives life into the smartphone. It is claimed to deliver 65 days of power backup on standby, 55 hours on calling, and 19 hours of battery backup on gaming. Besides, it's shipped with a 33 watts fast charger along with a Type-C cable that offers 0 to 100% of juice in 1.3 hours of charging time, Infinix claim. For my personal use, this phone is an easy 2-day phone for me, around 40 to 50% at the end of the day. The audio of this phone isn't the best feature of this phone. Again, using some high-end premium phones, I can hear the difference with the first 10 seconds of playing a video or music. But it comes with the headphone jack, so you can use a high-fidelity headphones. Let's play a little bit of 20-second music for you to hear the speaker's audio quality. Despite looking the same as the regular Note 12, the Note 12 Pro 5G does have a high-resolution 108 megapixel main camera. While the upgraded main camera is a welcome addition, as the Dimensity 810 supports only 64 megapixel cameras according to MediaTek website, so is it really 108 megapixel or just marketing? I'm not impressed with the setup we got from this phone. They added the gimmicky macro and depth cameras just to bump up the numbers of cameras you would see on the back. 1, you can add a wide-angle camera and provide a macro capability, and 2, the depth sensing can also be done on a software level. So although it's a triple camera setup, I would say it's a phone with a single 108 megapixel sensor that's not been utilized. So there you go, the most honest thing you can hear from a reviewer. And like its non-Pro 4G only sibling, video recording is capped at 2K or 1440p resolution. There is no EIS on board, so you need a gimbal to get a smooth, rock-steady footage. Also, videos are capped at 30 FPS. This is the video test of Infinix Note 12 Pro using the rear camera. And this is the video test using the selfie camera, both at 2K. Now we're testing the low-light video capability of the rear camera. Now we're switching to the selfie camera. We're shooting at 2K video resolution. This is in low light condition. What do you think on the performance? Leave your comment down below. So what is Gadget RevNow's verdict? Is Infinix Note 12 Pro worth it? For the price of this phone, it's a good mid-range budget phone. Here are my pros and cons. For the pros, it has a 5G ready processor, decent OLED display, good resolution 108 megapixel camera, great battery life, and has a budget price. And for my cons, the speaker is mediocre, plenty of bloatware, outdated teardrop selfie, plastic build, and gimmicky set of cameras. My recommendation is if you need a better performing camera, go for a used flagship phone or any mid-range Pixel or Samsung phones. Also, the teardrop notch is a little outdated. The bloatware is a pain in the beginning. But if you need a good performing phone with a decent AMOLED screen, 5G ready with great battery life, Infinix Note 12 Pro is a great choice for someone on a budget. And there you go. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll continue to compare this phone in our channel, so stay tuned. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.